Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Women look at men differently from what men think. And this is very important because, I've talked before about, men going to other men to appraise them for women. To appraise them, like particularly in their face. Now, if a man goes to another man about his style or something, I can get that because that's more objective. That's more objective style, Or you go into a barber and say, okay, what cut looks good on me? But going to another man and say ultimately how you look to a woman, you can't really do that. See, here's the thing: when men look at other men. And this don't mean, they moist or anything, but we tend to look at men as a group, at another man in terms of the ideal, which man looks stronger because we competing with him. It's like, oh, I'm stronger than him, or I look better than him because we automatically competing. That's an important thing to understand. I can get that. I'm like, all right, okay. I give it to him, though. I'm always gonna question some dude come after me. You know how I do. I'll be like, oh, how's that vagina? But on a serious note, we always compete. But I understand. I just know how to roast more than I give out. But anyway, right? The thing is, it's still a man checking out another man or trying to appraise him. That woman is looking at a man totally different. And I don't know why guys can't get that. And they looking at them different because they have a different set of needs. See, it's the same equivalent when women look at each other and say, oh, you're real beautiful. I don't know why these guys don't want you. And the guy's looking at the woman like, are you kidding me? She's ugh. It's the same exact thing. Like a woman can't if a woman wants to know how she really looks, she need to find some male friends. If a man wants to know how he really looks, he needs to find some female friends because it's totally different. It's totally different. And as heterosexual men, you need to worry about what the women are thinking. The guys, they can say whatever about you and everything, even with the style, haircut, all of that stuff. And it still comes down to how the woman sees it. Let me give a couple stories with regard to that. I'll use myself for an example and provide evidence in the description box of what I'm talking about. Myself, right? Now, y'all know me. Anybody who's been following me a while know, I'll shave my hair sometimes. Sometimes I'll let it grow out, let my beard grow out, shave it. Because trust me, I get a lot of comments about it. Anyway, right? All right. I went to this hair show a few years ago, and I met Thelma from Good Times, Bernadette Stannis. I met her, and like I said, check in the description box. The thumbnail for that video is right there. And incident, because we took a professional picture, but then, I had my son take a few pictures of us together, and she was cool with it. And yeah, she was a good woman, Good woman. And she's somebody who's really aged very well. She's still fine. Fellas, trust me. Trust me on that. And we chopped it up for about 15, 20 minutes and stuff and everything. Real good person. But I remember we was cool to the point I gave her a business card. Now, at this hair show, I purposely didn't shave my hair. I let it out. I was at a hair show and there was a ton of women there. So it was a hunting ground. So I said, okay, I was there with my sons, but if I met a fine woman, I was like, hey, right? So I said, okay, hair show, let my hair grow out. So it was out and everything. And, met Thelma, met Bernadette. I gave her, like I said, we chopped it up for 15, 20 minutes. I gave her a business card. That's how much we were chopping it up, because real cool. Let's just say the conversation wasn't just on the standard, oh, hey, how you doing, all of that stuff. We got into a few deeper things. I'll leave it at that. But I gave her my card and she looked at it. Now on my card, I was totally clean shaven. Standing in front of her, I had the hair, had some facial hair and everything. She said, you look better. She looked me in the eye and said, you look better in this card. But wait a minute. according to other guys, a bunch of guys who, particularly if they not in the black community, if you don't have hair, you're in trouble. It's over. Yet this fine woman who helped many a man through his puberty, it looked me dead in the eye, right here, like right beside me, right here, dead in the eye, and say, you look better with your head shaved. Two different things. Another story, I have a really good friend of mine, she has no problem checking out a man's body, right? Checking out a man's body. And we would work out together sometimes. And even now, to this day, we might go walking or something. People, Cousin T-Talk know who I'm talking about, right? Like, we just cool. I'll just say there might be some complications. I'll leave it at that. But I remember we working out in the gym. And there was a guy in there, right? And he had a really tight body build, like cut, super cut. And in fact, we had a nickname for him. I ain't gonna call it a nickname, but I'll just say he had a tattoo on his chest of a popular comic book character, a tattoo, right? Totally cut. I mean, he would get in there and do all that. She saw him and she would clown him. She was like, ugh. But the type of body she liked, she was unapologetic about liking a man with a good body, even a great body. But he was just too cut for her. She like kind of like solid, more, not as veiny or anything, like a solid build, right? The thing with women, right, is that they are looking at a man differently. See, when a man looks at a woman, we just looking at her body build, her face, her body build, her physicality and stuff. That's all we're really looking at. That's why a lot of guys get played. We're just looking at the physicality. We're not thinking about her personality beyond, is she going to be cooperative? We're not thinking about how much money she makes unless we plan to divest her of it. And most guys ain't on that tip. You're talking 99% of guys are not on that diesel tip. All right, so we just plain, that's us. One of the mistakes men make is thinking women looking at us the same way. Now, let me be clear. They are looking at us physically, but that's only part of the picture. They looking at everything. Everything. You know? And I touched on it yesterday, looking at your style, how you wear your clothes. And it's deeper than just it looks good. They trying to assess different things about you. They looking at your watch. Oh, okay. And even though I say don't lead with your wallet, the reality is many women, they're going to try to get an idea of at least how much money you make in your economic status and everything. So they're going to look at your clothing and everything. They're going to look at how you wearing it. They're going to look at your shoes. They're going to look at your shoes because that's very important to women, because they try to get an idea of your personality from it. In fact, I'm gonna share a couple videos. I'm gonna see if I'll share a couple videos of women doing just that, because it's very important to women. They looking at everything, and of course, yeah. Let me hit it on all levels. Okay, they looking at your physicality. I mean, they are going to look at your face. We can't get past that because they got to look at it. They got to like looking at you. But they don't stop at your face. They're going to look at your body. They're going to look at your height. And see, a lot of guys think, oh, it's just that. No, they also going to look at your posture. They're going to look at how you carrying yourself. Are you walking confidently or are you walking nervous and scared? You know, they looking at your body build, specifically your body build. You know, are you muscular? Do you look like you can body slam somebody? Do you make them feel safe? You know, I was watching a video, one of those speed dating things, and a woman said, look, my muscle bigger than yours. No, she rejected the guy. So they looking at all of that, not just a physicality. They looking at your clothing. They trying to assess, does this guy look like he's just some bum? Or does he look lazy? Or does he take care of his clothing? You know, they looking at the guy. Does he look like that guy? Even his physicality, does he look like the type of man who would take care of his children? Let me get into that. And that's on a primal thing. See, on a primal level, the woman is looking at the man for sex to whether or not they can have his baby. Like, that's the ultimate, and I will maintain that. If a woman wants to have your baby, that's the ultimate compliment. If she look at you and say, you know what, I'd love to have your baby. That's the ultimate compliment. That's the ultimate compliment. Even if the guy might not going on, she got to at least on a minimum level want to drop that man's baby. You know, she got to want it. All right, so that's one thing. That's one thing, right? But then taking care of that baby, that's primal too. So she looking at that man, does he look like he'll work? Does he look like he'll protect? You know? And it's not even that they're a gold digger or something, but does he look like he got at least enough going on? Does he look like he got enough going on to go out there and get resources? You know, because when a woman on a primal level, when they have that baby, they can't move around the same way. So on a primal level, they want that hunter. Does he at least look like it? You don't have to be, you don't need to be a millionaire or something with most women, you know, but at least can you do that at least? You know, at least look like it. Now, yeah, they come across some deadbeats and stuff, but they honestly got fooled. They looking at all that. They looking at all that. Does he look like some about his personality click? They will even look in a man's eyes and make a judgment. His eyes. And not so much the eye color, but how does he look? Does his eyes look determined? Does his eyes look scared? See, they looking at all of that stuff. How you taking care of your hair, even how you fix yourself up. Because if you just out here just bummy and stuff, women will be like, if he gonna clean himself up and take care of himself, what he gonna do for me? See, they looking at the big picture. They look at everything. They look at everything. That's why some guys, they'll say, well, I'm handsome. How come I ain't getting these women? Well, what about the rest of you? What about the rest of you? And I'm serious, that's the thing. See, they looking at the big picture. They looking at the big picture. And as long as you understand that, you're good to go. You're good to go. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, and I'm gonna bring this back around to what I was saying at first. You can't really ask another man too much. Even when I talk about body game, you notice I say get the best body for you. You know why I say that? See, I ain't get body, the whole body game thing didn't come from men. It didn't come from men. It was women broke that shit down to me. Several women, ranging from like just ordinary goody women, goody girls, church women, to sex workers. Like, I've had several sex workers tell me a lot of stuff. They were telling me, they were the ones saying, and I wasn't giving them any money though. I was getting like free game from them. They were like, hey, get your body right. A woman gotta like your body. You know, that's why I promote it. Dudes didn't tell me that. Now, some men told me some other stuff that was helpful, but that wasn't even about the appearance thing. That was more about the behavior, which is still important. And the behavior, they checking that out too. They checking women. Let me tell you something now. If you ask a woman, seriously, ask a serious woman you know who she really consider good looking. And not a superstar either, like random guys, if you're friends with her. And you'd be surprised. And trust me, it always happens. You know, some guys will think, well, why would she get with him? And you ask the woman, she'll say, well, he's gorgeous. I've lost count how many times women told me some guy was gorgeous, and, you know, on like a heterosexual man thing saying no homo, I was like, yeah, it look average to me. So it's like, seriously, like if you want an honest, like find some women you can get an honest appraisal from, honest appraisal. Seriously, because it's two different things. You trying to get with the women. You ain't a man telling you ultimately, boom. Like even your body and stuff. Even your body. Ask a woman. Ask a woman. Or pay attention how the women look at your body. Do something. So you got to get all that, all right? So anyway, that's all I got for now. But fellas, understand that. Seriously. Don't pay another man to like say, oh, you look this or that, or getting a rating from them. Because only thing that's going to count is what the woman rating, because you want her to suck your dick. Yeah, I'm going to be raw like that. You want her to suck your dick. You want her to back that thing up. You want her to spread those legs and stuff. You don't, that man ain't giving you nothing. Now, if you want that flow or something, okay, that's you. But if you want a woman, you need to know what women think of you. All right. In fact, and that's something I've had in the back of my mind, just getting some women together and having a business where they rate the man. And you know what? I'm gonna look into that. I gotta find some women who I'd be willing to not only trust, but actually I know some. It's a question whether they want the job. I'm gonna actually look into that. Seriously, I give you some real shit. All right, ask a woman. All right. So anyway, that's all I got. Get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.